Thank you so much for accepting our interview. A key plenary session of the CPC Central Committee has just concluded in Beijing with the adoption of the recommendations of China's 15th five-year plan for economic and social development. So how do you view China's new blueprint for driving high-quality growth?
Yes, I think it's the emphasis on what in the translation in English is called high standard growth. And I think we all know what that means. In other words, you don't just want to be building more factories to build low-cost goods that are price competitive maybe, but not with a great added value in them. So I think that general aspiration comes through very strongly in the papers, and it's one that I think many other countries would like to follow.
And as China invests heavily in AI to power its economic growth, what major investment opportunities do you see arising from this focus?
I think all countries are noticing that AI is revolutionizing the world of work, and the valuations of companies are being very significantly affected by a perception of whether they are at the frontier of AI. For the moment, we can see in the West, and I dare say this is true in China, that a few companies have been able to benefit significantly from AI and have increased their productivity and their valuation, and quite a number of companies have been rather disappointed by the results and have found it difficult to harness AI effectively. So I think the aspiration is good, but the question will be, can Chinese companies take advantage of the opportunities which AI is undoubtedly going to offer them?
The fifth round of China-US trade talks has wrapped up in Malaysia, and Chinese officials said that China and the United States reached, quote, basic consensuses on the arrangements to address respective trade concerns. What's your comments on this result?
Well, I hope so, because it is in both their interests to do it. I don't think it's in the interests of either China or the United States, and certainly not the rest of the world, for them to have bad relations on the commercial front. I mean, this is not constructive, and I think the rest of us who are not directly involved in these talks can only hope that they produce a sensible outcome for both sides, and that the emotional content is somewhat downplayed. You know, everybody needs to stop, take a deep breath, and try to reach a rational agreement. And the headlines and the rhetoric have not been helpful.